This time at the Quick Speed Shop, check it out, bam! I built this awesome pallet racking / car storage center in my pole barn. I got a ton more space, and I'm going to show you how I did it, starting right now. I'm a professional, don't try this at home. Alright, so here I am. I got to fire up the 40 Mercury, pull this out. I got the AMC eagle over here. There's a whole bunch of conglomeration and junk all stashed around it. I got to blow up the tire. It should roll. I should be able to pull the head. Probably not going to fire it up just because I can throw a battery in it and fire it up. But anyways, got to pull this ahead. I've got some pallet racking that is 8 foot wide, and it's tall enough. It's about almost 12 foot to go up to the ceiling. We're going to make an 8 by 12 pallet racking system here with a floor right above the height of this, probably about 5.5 feet. And I'm going to do a whole other second floor, probably another 5 or 6 feet to store a bunch of stuff up there, and then a little bit of area on top. So let me fire crap up and get a hole built here, and we'll see how it goes. Well, that's great. I hear some rain on the roof. Just got everything moved out in time for rain. I'm going to keep working, I guess. They won't melt. So I'm going to maneuver all this stuff and stack it over here out of the way somewhere, and then I'll blow the tire up. I think I can push the car ahead enough to get it. I gotta come up to about this line in the floor, so if I can push the car into this bay, then I'll have room to set up that scaffolding. So I'll clean all this stuff out, and we'll come back. We'll start putting up the pallet racking and see what kind of system we can build out of that. Bam. So here's the pallet racking. Got a bunch of pieces here. They clip together. They're about, I think they're like almost 12 foot long. They're tall. So there's, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 10 sections. You need 2 per thing. Oh, I'm gonna get them in there. We'll set the first one up and see how it lays out. So these are kind of awkward. I'll move you back inside, and we'll get a couple in here and see how they go together. Forgot these are heavy. Got everything was heavy. Now, is there an inside and an outside? Put these to the outside, I guess. Maybe. Should have paid attention to how this came apart. Yeah. Look at that, perfect. Yeah, these must be 12 footers. Something like that. Yeah. I guess that should work out all right. Yes. You get another one in here and we'll get some crossbox action going. Yikes! Don't let it get away from you. Oh. Something like that. Okay. It's going to be tricky. That's going to be tricky. Well, these are the cross bucks here. See these clips? There's some hangers, some wire hangers. I'm not sure which is up. I'm going to guess that's up. Yeah. They clip on some hangers. They span this. So let's see what the span is going to be. Okay, I got to back that up just a hair. Alright, these are probably 8 foot, I would imagine. Probably 8 foot. If I had a tape measure, I could tell you. I see one. Alright, so they're 8 foot. 8 foot to the outside of the bracket. So let's see, that's gonna spread these just exactly 8 foot apart there. It'll just fit. Now, there's some clip action here. Let me mess with this and I'll try to get it together. Let me futz with this. I got some clips in here. I'm going to get the first section put together and I'll show you how it works because I'm going to balance everything here. Hopefully it won't tip over and kill me. But I think it's going to work out all right. Should be 8 foot. That'll be plenty to put that car there underneath it. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a trick. I had to take my cabinet off the wall because I was half an inch shy of getting the thing to go together. But I got the pieces on here. You got to hit them with a dead blow up here to lock these pieces in. Let me take you off the stand. I'll show you how the system works. It's pretty ingenious and it can't ever come apart. You can put thousands and thousands of pounds on this pallet racking. It's super heavy duty, but let me show you up closer. So you can see here how this locks together. It's got a tapered slot and a tapered slot. And on the inside, it retains itself here with the retainer clip. There's also 2 more taper slots, so it you know, with friction it holds itself down. The brackets here look like this. You put them in, pick your spacing, and they go in like that. And then the pieces, you know, this piece keeps it from pulling out, and then it locks itself right down tight on there. But these all fall out when you're trying to move it around. It's tough to get them in there. It's like a fight by yourself. But I got the first piece up. I got just under 6 foot to the bottom of this, and then I'm putting wall sections. Actually, the extra wall sections I got when I did this walls, these are framed out 3/4 inch plywood with 2x4s. I'm going to use them, set them up here, and make the floor. And this is exactly 8 feet wide. I'm going to run 2 sections this way and span out. So each floor section will span 2 sections of pallet racking. And then I'll probably put a short piece up top for storing small things. I'll put another cross section up like maybe where that cross buck is. And I'll have like a foot up to the ceiling to store small, long stuff up there. But I got this first section in, and now I'll bring in another section. I'm going to stagger them off the wall a little bit, so there'll be a section and then some clear span of the floor, then another section. So each 8-foot section of floor will be held up by 2 pallet racks. And then I've got, let's see, 6 of those sections, so that's 24 feet. I'll probably span these metal things out to 20, and then leave the plywood hanging out 4 foot over, or I'll trim it off one or the other, but I might just hang it over a little bit. Of course, that'll be a head knocker. I'll have to think about that. But let me get another section assembled up here, and we'll go from there. Hey, you gotta watch out, this stuff will kill you. I was having trouble, I had a little twist in this maybe the floor is just, the floor might have just a little high spot in it, but I had a hell of a time getting that back piece on, and then it wanted to pop free and freaking swing around and kill me. Well, I got my things laid out here. I've got 8 foot to the center of this, so I can break my floor in the center, and because of the 2x4s and bottom plywood, I can screw them together to hold the floor together. So I can go bust them out and drag a couple of them in there. The next trick is going to be hefting them up onto here by myself because they weigh a freaking 1.5 tons. But I want to get the floor structure on, get this thing squared up. And looks like I'm squared up to the wall. I got these parallel to each other, so I can go from there. And then that'll put some weight on this and keep it from moving around. I'm going to have to put a piece of sheet metal, shim it under this foot there if it doesn't come down to where it's supposed to be. But it's coming along. This is going to be super structural. And what I'm going to do later is I'm going to take some plywood and 2x4s and use these holes and mount, or actually probably just go right these with some inserts in here. I'm going to put a solid wall right on here so I can have a working wall. Since this will be permanent, I'll have a solid plywood wall right on the outside of this, and then I can mount some electric and do some other things. This is pretty much going to be a permanent installation for now. Well, permanent installation. So let me go drag them wall sections in here, and we'll see if we can turn them into some floor sections. Here we go, here's my floor sections. I took the saw and I sawed like a 1/4 inch or so off the edge of this because I don't want to get them up there and find that they bind. I'm going to face this out. It's kind of rough cut, but I got to shave down a little bit. Got concrete on here because these are formed for a concrete pour. That's not going to matter for what I'm doing for the floor. So, I guess the next step is try to get this up in the air. This is like redonkulous. Without dying, without hitting things, like the car. Oh, it already hit the car. Dang it. Oh man, that's heavy. That's heavy. Whose idea was this? Whew. Once I get this up here, is going to skid this thing around by pushing. Come on, man. Aha! There we go. It's going. So as you can see, the overlap is going to be on the scaffolding, and I can screw this together once I get it up here. Got to get the other one up here. Hopefully it'll lay right in here. Check, make sure I didn't skid these things at all. It's a chore and a half. I wish I had a forklift. Wish I had a forklift. Bam, look at that. There we go. This actually took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. It got dark out. But I've got the full 20-foot section put up here now. I've got the decking all put on. That was super heavy. I'm kind of got a sore back, and there's a lot of work getting it up there. But the floor is good. I just got to screw the sections together. I'm going to take some more cross pieces and put them up top to brace that. I'm going to put a ceiling in up here. It's going to be like hard, rigid foam, like the chrome sided foam, like a 1 inch or 1.5 inches thick. And I'm going to put the ceiling in above this so it'll be easier to do it now while there's nothing up there. And then I'm going to load all my car parts up. I cut up another AMC Eagle like that a while ago in the video. And I'm going to store the parts of that up here, a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of seats and random stuff, like load this area up. But essentially I've got another 8x20 storage section in here that took this up. Originally, I was going to get a stacker car lift here to be able to stack another car on top of that one, but the space is really, for storing stuff, is really neat. I got too much junk everywhere, so this really came out good. Really happy with it, and just got to sweep it on out and push the car back in. I'll take a shot when I get done. You'll see what it looks like under there. Like I said, eventually this is going to get plywood up here, painted, and then I'll have some outlets and stuff, and this will be a permanent, like pretty much permanent structure in here, and I'll really be able to use it and store a bunch of junk up there. So I'll clean it up and I'll shove the car back in, and we'll take a look and we'll finish up this video. Alright, bam, well that's it. I got the car put back in here, and I got all the junk stored back in it. I pulled the Buick back inside, and it's getting kind of late now. I don't want to be beating up on the crossbars tonight. My neighbor's there, but I'll pull the car back out in the daylight, and I'll put the cross bucks up, and I'll start getting things ready to go up there and store. But I'm glad I got all this set up. It's going to give me a ton of storage. Like I said, 8x20, like almost 6 foot tall. It's going to be a ton of storage for me. Put a bunch of doors and fenders and seats, a bunch of stuff here. Try to take advantage of the space. I got 12-foot ceilings, and I only got cars parked in here, so we'll put some stuff up. And I've still got like a bay and a half here to work with on this side, and a full like 3 cars wide in the back there. So got the pallet racking put up down here in the Quick Speed Shop south, the back building. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go back up in the upper shop. I got my buggy van project up in there. I can still get a little bit of work done on that tonight. And that'll be probably the next video coming out after this is back on the buggy van. So appreciate everybody watching. It's getting cold out. Winter's coming. So I got a lot of projects to do. I got to keep working. So we'll see you next time right here at the Quick Speed Shop. Ooh, I see my breath. Getting cold out.